me?
Yep.
All right.
We will rock you, Queen.
Good job.
That is good, Dennys.
Dennys.
Nice job.
All right, that was the easy one. Now that's out of the way.
I figured that was a go-to.
Go harder. Make it count.
All right.
You gotta go hard.
Okay.
Oh, that is In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins.
I knew it.
That's better. That's better.
That was good. That was good.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of famous drum parts.
Go harder than that.
yeah.
Go harder.
That's good. You got one more here. This will be a tiebreaker between myself and Dennys. We each have one. Playing songs off Jbird's head with his sandals.
Go hard.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Is that Houston? Jump on it.
Is it the conga?
It's Despacito.
Oh,
Despacito. Okay, that's going to be almost impossible. Yeah, Despacito.
The first two I felt good about. I was
Yeah, that was
was-
good ones there.
Yeah.
Dunkin' is the official coffee of the KVJ Show. America runs on Dunkin'. The KVJ Show is now live on 97.9 WRMF.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Well, hello. Welcome to the KVJ show. Here we go. Thursday, making our way to the weekend. Oh boy, oh boy. How y'all doing today?
Doing all right. Virginia's struggling.
limping.
You are? What's going on with you?
I got my spit cup over here. I'm just phlegmy.
Oh,
Yeah, she's
no.
real gross.
It's disgusting. I apologize now for all the spitting that's going to happen. It's just, you know how you have it like in your throat and it just feels like a layer of gross?
Yeah.
God, thank you for being so descriptive. You paint a picture.
Well, like a throat vacuum where you just like...
Yeah.
They have that stuff at the doctors. I know that some people do have a problem. Some people have something in their throat where it's like a fold of skin and they get saliva and stuff stuck in there and they can't get it out and they have to go to a doctor.
I would
Lovely.
I would pay hundreds right now to have somebody throat vacuum me.
She led me to this terrible way, Kevin. I just
Yeah, well,
I'm
you jumped right in,
I'm
the gross
sorry.
bus. Here we go. Like I'm just going to bail out the back real quick. Excuse me. Wow. Yeah, let's see. We got weekend stuff going to be coming up here. I don't know if you guys got any plans or anything big that's going on for you guys this weekend. Seems kind of quiet for us for the most part.
Yeah, I think my husband and I are having date night on Saturday. We haven't done that in probably about 2 months.
You
Okay.
should play him this audio about you talking about how you need a throat vacuum.
It's going to be hot, isn't it? Yeah.
So hot.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay, that's good. My son kicks into a baseball season, so they got that going on, the fall baseball season.
So is there something else going on? Because I got a couple buddies that have sons, and they're playing on some other travel stuff. Is there a bunch of travel stuff going on?
Well, there's always baseball in South Florida. Yeah, they don't stop playing, and my son does not do travel. We just do the regular rec ball stuff. So
I've been yearning to hit some baseballs.
Yeah.
I'd love to go out there and just have you have a catch with me, Dad.
Okay.
I mean, Kevin.
yeah,
I would love that.
I hear you. Yeah, anytime, man. It'd be fun. Get the kid out there. So we got that going on this weekend. Other stuff going on. You got a few concerts going to be going down. A couple of breweries having anniversary, stuff like that. We'll give you the full rundown. If you'd like to see what's going on every single weekend in South Florida, I actually do the work for you. I dig around and say, okay, this is going on, these concerts, these kind of shows, these are cool events. Make it easy for you. If you want to get it, all you have to do is just sign up for our email blaster we send out every single week with the hottest events in South Florida. You can go to mail or go to kvjshow.com and sign up there, and then you'll get that every single week. All the coolest things happening in South Florida right there, nice and easy for you.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, this certainly sounds sketchy and right out of a movie. Coming up in a second, I'll tell you about one of the accusers that accused Kevin Spacey of sexual assault. What just happened to that guy? Oh, movie plot. Before we get into that, Alec Baldwin's wife, his gorgeous yoga instructor wife, is pregnant with their 5th child together. She took to Instagram to announce the good news and also revealed that she had suffered a miscarriage 5 months ago. They already have 4 children together, and then he has another daughter who's 23 with Kim Basinger. Mark Paul Gosselaar, we were talking about him yesterday because everybody's talking about this Saved by the Bell reunion. And he says he heard about it when we heard about it. Nobody even reached out to him to see if he wanted to do it.
Okay.
So if he's on a different network, would that keep him from being a part of it?
It depends on the network. If they want to be cool about it. You know how networks are.
Fascinating. And finally here, what's going on with that Kevin Spacey accuser? Now, they were supposed to start a trial in June of next year because there's this massage therapist that claims that Kevin Spacey grabbed his hand during a massage and put it on his privates. Now, the massage therapist was all ready for the trial to start next year, but now the massage therapist is dead.
Dead?
Wait, what?
Yes. The massage therapist that accused Kevin Spacey of forced sexual contact has now just passed away from unknown causes.
Unknown causes?
I mean, so sketch, so straight up out of a movie.
Unknown causes.
Could that also be murder?
Murder, it could be.
I mean, is that an unknown cause? Murder?
I don't know. I mean, hopefully more details come out and we figure out exactly what happened to this massage therapist that was ready to go after Kevin Spacey.
Young dude, right?
Yeah, young dude. It's weird, y'all. I'm just saying, it sounds like a movie plot.
It does sound like
That
he's
is
been
odd.
silenced.
And that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
Alrighty.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
We had a fun little TV reunion yesterday. Kelly Clarkson trying to do whatever she can to make this thing work. She's got that daytime talk show that's going on. And yesterday, pretty good move. She kind of recreated season 1 of American Idol, which launched a big TV phenomenon. So she kind of got the old crew back together with Simon Cowell, Paul Abdul, Randy Jackson, Justin Guarini, who was the runner-up. Remember they made that movie together?
It's always on, and I always watch it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I've never taken the time.
It's a terrible movie.
Yes. Kelly Clarkson, I think, had gone on just this last week talking about how she actually didn't want to be the winner on American Idol because she didn't want to have to make the movie. She knew that was in the contract, and she's like, this thing looks terrible. So she was right about that, but I guess things have worked out pretty well for her. So she had them all on the show. No Ryan Seacrest. I guess he's busy with his 25 other jobs, but here was Simon Cowell talking about maybe they could all get back together once again.
If I'm being honest with you, this does make me think if I had one wish, it would be to make another show with us again. That would be my number one. No, I'll tell you why. Because apart from the fact that we had so much fun, our legacy genuinely are the artists who we discovered over like this 7-year period. And that's what I'm most proud of. I mean, the show's rating's great, that's one thing, but it's who came through the process is made it all worthwhile. And that's why genuinely, if I could choose who to work with all over again, I would work with these guys again.
Man, that's music to Randy Jackson's
Oh,
ears.
dog. Come on.
Dog needs a gig.
Come on, dog, say the word.
Dog would be way pumped.
Gosh, I am there. And a band that is not back together, Van Halen. Yeah, they brought David Lee Roth back into the fold, but then they kind of folded. They're not doing anything, and David Lee Roth is going to be heading to Las Vegas to do his own residency. And you would have this same question, Virginia. Is he going to be able to do the Van Halen songs? If not, he's got about basically 4 to work with that you would know.
Yes.
So can he play the Van Halen songs? Because it sounds like he's ready to go, but Eddie and Alex Van Halen, they just don't want to do anything. They're just enjoying laying, I guess. And
I'm not sure they like a lot of each other.
No,
they don't.
Van Halen, they don't seem like they're very likable guys, and those brothers do not like either lead singer that they've ever had. I think they tolerate David Lee Roth, or did.
Sammy Hagar seems like he's in a peaceful place in his life.
Yes.
And he feels like he's reaching out to all the guys, and they don't want to reach out to him.
In fact, you know what kind of tells you that maybe the Van Halen brothers are the jerks is that Michael Anthony, who used to be in Van Halen, is with Sammy Hagar.
Gotcha.
So they're off and they're buddies and they tour together. And
I mean, I've never met Sammy Hagar, but every interview
seems like a cool
that
guy.
I've seen him in the last 3 years, very likable.
Yes, Eddie and Alex seem jerky in every interview they're in. They just don't seem like very likable guys.
Well, they think it's their band, and you work for them.
That's it.
Yes.
But
it's hard when everyone's contributing.
What David Lee Roth said was kind of interesting, going back into the history of Van Halen, the group, because they asked him the question, said, well, can you play any Van Halen songs in your residency?
No. So I wrote the songs. I wrote every word you heard, every syllable, every melody. I structured out even the guitar solos on that first album. Why do you think the solos changed so radically? I sang the solos for Jamie's Crying and Running with the Devil, etc. Because we're not up here strumming with the devil. This is not some tribute band. I wrote those songs. I structured those songs. I designed the backgrounds on the stage. I came up with the album covers. I thought of the stripes on the guitar. I'm the one who said, call it Van Halen.
Okay, so he's taking credit for every last little bit of success, and everything Van Halen did was David Lee Roth.
Even their last name, he's taking credit for.
Well, in a sense, he's saying that it was his idea. He said, let's call it Van Halen. He said, we got two brothers, and Van Halen sounds cool. And so he is the one, even though it was their name, it was David Lee Roth's idea to call the band Van Halen, according to him.
And he might be, there might be some half-truths in there. He might have come up with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I'd like to
So
hear.
can he sing the songs or not?
He's saying yes. He
He's
says,
saying
because
yes.
I wrote them. I wrote the melodies. I wrote everything. Those are all my lyrics. That is all me. Those are my songs. Every Van Halen song you know that I was a part of, that's me. So absolutely, I'm going to be singing those.
It sounds like the first thing he says is no.
Yeah, I couldn't hear that first word. It was kind of distorted.
No.
That sounds like no.
Yeah, when I read the copy of it, it said that
He will be singing
yes.
Van Halen songs.
It seemed to be pretty clear in what I read. Yeah, he was asked about it. He said, okay, yeah, he does say no. He said, no, I wrote the song. So they're saying, like, I think the way the question was posed.
Yeah, I think he's
Can
saying.
they stop you from singing the songs?
Yeah, can they stop you from
and
singing
he
the
said,
songs? No, I wrote the songs. I wrote every word you heard, every syllable, every melody. I structured out even the guitar solos on that first album. So
Gotcha.
Whatever that no was, it was not saying, no, I can't do the songs. It's saying,
no, they can't stop me.
yeah, basically, yeah. So I think it's all about what the question was. It was asked with the radio station that did the interview. So there you go. If you're going to Vegas to see David Lee Roth, you apparently will definitely be hearing him do all the classic Van Halen songs that he apparently wrote and did everything for.
KVJ not only does a radio show, but also does an after-the-show podcast. Watch or listen on kvjshow.com.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
And what you got on your mind today, Jbird?
Well, I think anybody who doesn't live here in Florida, they think we are living in the craziest place. I know you always have that one game, the Florida game, where all the crazy stuff people do.
Yeah.
I got a text message from my buddy saying, what is going on down there in Florida? I guess there was a story of this couple. They got arrested, and they were in the police car together, and the police officer walked away for a second, and by the time he got to the police car, they were doing the hibbity-dibbity, and they were pretty much completely naked, and how does that even happen in a cop car? And you got to be pretty quick. They were handcuffed the whole time.
It's pretty impressive.
And I guess there was this other story about how this wig store got $80,000 worth of wigs stolen. So my buddy's seeing all these stories. He's like, what is going on down in Florida? Why is it so weird down there? Is every state as weird as Florida, but Florida just kind of gets that, just kind of painted with that brush? Like, is Iowa just as weird as Florida, but we don't hear about it?
Well, one, keep in mind, we got a high population. Florida is one of the most populous states in America, up there with Texas and California and New York. So we do have a lot of people. We do also get a lot of weird transients, people that do come down here that things just didn't work out up north, and so they just come down here and they're like, it's warm, I can lay anywhere and make it work. And then I think that the media realizes that there's a lot of bizarre stories that happen, and so they really look at Florida local publications first. Like, I pull so many stories for the Whacked Out News since I do that, and I'm always seeing things from our local papers that are there on the national wires for stories. So, yeah, if you're talking about anything in South Florida, the Keys have a lot of weird stuff. And then up in the, Pinellas County and the Tampa area, they've got a ton of stuff. So from Port St. Lucie through Key West, totally bizarre, and then Tampa, pretty bizarre too.
But we must have always had this reputation.
And then the Panhandle.
Well, I used to play baseball in the Panhandle for college.
Oh, and not forget Daytona. They do their fair share.
But when I was up in the Panhandle, they all were like, they called me Penny. Like, Penny's from Palm Beach. You know, a lot of crackheads, don't you? They thought everyone was a crackhead. You were either a crackhead or you were super, super rich. That's all they thought. Palm Beach County was.
Yeah, I mean, shows like Miami Vice and things like that, that's what people see. And so they've got, this image that's what it is. And then, yeah, you get a big story about, some dude chewing off somebody's face under a bridge, and that sticks out.
Yeah, the guy eating the face did not help us out. In fact, that probably kind of took us number one with a bullet, really.
Yeah, that imprints.
It does. It's hard to forget. It's multiple stories on that. It's hard to forget.
Yeah, so I think for those reasons, yes, Florida is above average for those kind of things, and that's why they look at that. But, the rest of the country's got their fair share.
But I was thinking, because we live in South Florida, we honestly might live in the weirdest part of the United States. Honestly, we might be in the capital of it.
Yeah, there are weird, we per capita in just the amount of weird, but there are weird towns, Austin, Portland. There are towns that actually take pride in being weird and off and odd.
Is that kind of, we're weird, we're quirky and weird, or is it, oh my gosh, we've got people eating faces, we've got...
Yeah, Austin is like adorable weird.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think their slogan is keep Austin weird.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the kind of weird we have.
Theirs
is quirky.
Scary.
Yeah.
Ours is like, you might die weird.
I like the danger.
I think we live in the weirdest part of the U.S.
Mm-hmm. What you got in your mind today, Virginia?
So a couple of nights ago, Panda came home and he was talking to one of his buddies at work. And this guy's pretty smart. He's a lawyer. And the guy was telling Panda, like, one of the most important things that you can take is turmeric. Do you know what turmeric is?
I've heard of it. It's an herb or something.
Yeah,
correct?
it's like a root. So it's like in the ginger family. Mm-hmm. And basically you can buy it like ground up. Just like you would buy like ground up ginger, or you can buy it like in its root form and you can slice it yourself and eat it. But he was telling Panda, like, if you have any inflammation in your body, like this turmeric is supposed to be amazing for that. And
okay.
Like, so Panda came home and he was telling me, we got to get some turmeric. We got to get some turmeric.
Okay.
So I looked into it. I went and got some. Mm-hmm. And he took it during the morning. I didn't take it yet in the morning yesterday. He took it in the morning. But then when he came home last night, we both took it together. And I usually don't believe in any kind of because when you take a vitamin or you take a supplement or you take anything, you usually don't feel anything. And you're like, I don't know if this is working or not.
Sure.
But I'm taking it because I'm told I have to take my vitamins and it's going to make me better on the inside. But I really can't tell. I kind of could tell almost immediately after I took this turmeric. So I was super inflamed yesterday. I really thought I was having a sinus infection come on. Full blown, had to cancel all my meetings and stuff yesterday because I was sick. I was I was in it.
So no Rocco meet and greet?
Oh, no, that happened.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll talk about that later. Okay.
That happened.
Okay.
But then after that, I was supposed to go to a Little Smiles meeting.
7:20, we'll get the info on that.
I've been told we're only allowed to talk about limited things.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get what we can because people are waiting for that. Okay. 7:20, we'll find out what we can.
Yes, you will get that. But
okay.
I woke up this morning after the turmeric and I don't feel inflamed at all. When I went to bed, I felt great. I felt really awesome. I could feel the difference from it, and I've never felt that from any vitamins or supplements that I've ever taken.
Do kids still do the Flintstone vitamins? Are those still on the market?
Yeah.
Okay, FYI, if you eat a ton of them in one sitting, it will give you poopy cramps. Do not do that. It's not good for you.
Yeah, it says don't do that on the bottle.
Well, I mean, I get that. Some people don't read.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people are texting in about turmeric. They say that it is good for you. Joints feel better, inflammation down. Read the label, pay extra for the good stuff.
Yeah, that's what somebody said. Like, get the good turmeric. It's only a couple bucks more, but it's worth it.
I have to look into it because I do aspirin a couple times a week, and it's for the inflammation.
You're an aspirin guy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I swear to you, I could feel a difference after I took it, and I'm the biggest skeptic ever. Usually when I take vitamins, I'm like, I don't feel anything. I don't know if this is working.
I couldn't believe the magic of aspirin. When I had a fever, I had like 103 fever. I took aspirin. It knocked it down to like 101, like that. I'm an aspirin guy too, Kev.
You, all right, you won me over. I'll have to go to my local vitamin store and try to find the turmeric.
I bought it from Carmine's Grocery. They have like this specialty spice section, and it's just ground up, organic, like non-GMO, special turmeric. I bought the most expensive one they had.
Carmine's, they have pizza there.
They do.
Oh, they have good pizza there.
Okay, pizza,
Get you some turmeric and sprinkle it on your pizza.
I'll get turmeric, Jbird will get pizza. What I got on my mind today is I want to see how you guys would answer this question. I was on a conference call yesterday. It was kind of a get-to-know-you type of thing, and one of the questions that they wanted everybody to say was, if you could have dinner with anybody alive or dead, who would it be? Was the question. It was just kind of interesting because I heard the answers of about maybe 15 to 20 different people talking about who they were, and it was anywhere from local influencers to musicians to business leaders like Jeff Bezos or something along those lines. Were a lot of the answers that people were saying, and then I thought about it. For me, if it's alive or dead, to me it's a no-brainer. I'm going with Jesus because one, I got some questions. And I got a lot of things to ask him over dinner. The dude can take any bland glass of water and turn it into apparently fantastic wine. I want to try some Jesus wine. I mean, that's the ultimate Jesus juice.
But I do feel like he's going to cut you off after glass, too. I don't think he's going to let you go.
Yeah, but I want to keep my wits about me so I can hear. What would be terrible is you get all the answers that you need that really can solve life's problems, but you don't remember it because you had too much Jesus juice.
You got your buzz on.
Yeah, so you
Good point.
You might want to keep to a glass no more than 2, depending upon how delicious that Jesus juice is. Good at breaking bread, all kinds of things. If the food's really good, he can replenish it. To me, it's a no-brainer. Jesus all the way. It's got to be my answer, and that's the alive or dead part of it. So I have strong conviction on that. If you had to say, who would you want to have dinner with, alive or dead, and why? What would be your answer, Jbird?
I'm always torn between Abraham Lincoln and then a caveman.
Okay.
One of those two. And I know a caveman may not be able to communicate, but then I would be able to see how they communicate, if we'd be able to communicate with one another. And I guess the PC term, cave person, and sit down and talk to them. But yeah, Abraham Lincoln too. I'd like to see what it was really like, what was really going on, what was going through his mind, a bunch of stuff like that. I know that's kind of a common answer. Maybe someone that went up in space. Neil Armstrong, sit down
Somebody who saw the aliens.
Yes, someone that was going to give me honest answers.
That'd be good for you, yeah.
They're not lying.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Okay, so you maybe
if I get honest answers, somebody that's been up in space that can tell me about aliens. If not, I'm probably going with Abe Lincoln or a caveman.
Okay. And what would you talk to Abe Lincoln about?
Just about the time period, how he really felt about things. Was he really trying to stop the slavery? Was it just a political thing?
Okay.
I want to really know what was going on. And
what was your true motivation for the Emancipation Proclamation?
Yeah, and to see that much kind of war and that kind of strife in our own country, to see it on our own soil, no one else can say they've seen that, really.
Okay. Not today.
Not today, I should say.
That's true. Virginia, who would yours be?
You're not going to like it.
Oh, no, not a Kardashian.
Worse.
Oh, jeez.
Don't blow this.
I think right now, I don't want to talk to somebody who's dead. I want to talk to somebody who's living and making it happen.
Okay.
I think I'm going Bethany Frankel from The Real Housewives of New York.
I think I have to protest the segment now. I'm going to the vending machine.
Bethany Frankel, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing wonderful things,
Yeah.
humanitarian efforts to help people with the hurricane relief. I love, and it's so inspiring what she's doing there. You know, she turned this brand into a multi-million-dollar thing. I love what she's doing there.
Okay.
Like, she's grinding. She's in it. But I really want to be, like, on the inside. I want her to actually, you know, bring me in and like me for this dinner. I don't want her to be like aloof and not giving me the answers. I want the answers in this dinner. I want to be on the inside.
Right, and that would be it. Yes, it's going to be a good dinner conversation. They're not closed off.
She's going to be into it.
Yes, you'd hope so. I assume Dennys is Tommy Chong. Okay. Suits is probably some NASCAR driver.
I bet Dennys is probably either like the lead singer of Death Cab for Cutie. Would that be a good one? Yeah, he likes that. I know my boy. That's who it is, the lead singer of Death Cab for Cutie.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good one too. Yeah, some musicians were part of the answers there. All right, got a reason and who you would meet. You can let us know. Somebody said, Kevin, Jesus, seriously? Because don't you believe that you're going to meet him after you die? I'm picking George Carlin.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I've blown it with my answers.
I'm sticking by mine. I love it.
I'm second guessing everything.
Okay. Well, yesterday on the show, talking a little bit about Grammy Awards, and Virginia, you got one that's coming up. Jason Newsted used to be in the group Metallica, and a lot of people are saying, I used to love Metallica. They've just done a lot of jerky things. But he got 6 Grammy Awards with them, and he's going to be doing a show that's coming up with Little Smiles at downtown Abacoa in October.
Yes, it's going to be October 5th. I'm so excited because it's a benefit show to benefit Little Smiles.
Yeah.
And we're going to get to like hang out with him like backstage and like, I don't know, like look cool.
Wow.
And, like,
You gonna wear your rockin' outfit?
I'll probably bring out those leather pants. I hope I can fit in them.
He was at the first concert I ever went to. Metallica was playing there.
You should totally come to the show. I'll bring you
he
backstage.
would totally be uninterested in that story. So I would love to share that with him.
I disagree. I've seen this cat in interviews before. I think he would respond. I think he'd think it's really cool if you told him that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he's a pretty down-to-earth dude.
All right. I'll drop that on, though, if I get a chance to see him. I remember, to me, the first time I ever really cared about the Grammy Awards was Metallica was up for one. I think it was for Best Hard Rock, whatever it might have been. And I'm like, of course they're going to win it, because when they were at the height of their popularity and they were just crushing it. And they're like, and the Grammy goes to Jethro Tull. And I'm like, what? And a guy comes out playing a flute. I'm like, what? What is this?
This is a travesty.
Who's Jethro Tull? What is this?
A flute.
It's terrible.
Not hard.
Yeah, that's when I realized that the Grammys are maybe not all that it's cracked up to be. And ever since that, I've just been obsessed with how the Grammys got it wrong. And I thought this was kind of an interesting list. It's from Billboard magazine. It's the greatest Grammy losers for the best new artist.
Yeah.
And some of these, you're like, it's just fascinating to see. And some I'm like going, okay, I get it. But like in 1970, Elton John was up for the Best New Artist Grammy, and he lost to the Carpenters.
I mean, Carpenters are solid, too.
That's where I was like, yeah.
Oh, we love the Carpenters.
In 1972, the Eagles lost out to the band America for Best New Artist.
Both good bands.
In 1969, both Led Zeppelin and Chicago lost the Grammy for Best New Artist to Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
I mean, again.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's hard.
In 2007, Taylor Swift lost the Best New Artist Grammy to Amy Winehouse.
Again,
I would argue it went to the right girl.
Because you have no idea what Amy Winehouse was going to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You did. At that time, you're like, okay, which deserves it? In 2004, Kanye West lost the Best New Artist Grammy to Maroon 5.
Maroon 5's tough for me.
Was that from Songs About Jane?
It was.
I did like that album.
That was a great album.
That was a good album.
So a lot of their stuff now sounds the same, and I'm not really. But in the beginning, I was a big Maroon 5 fan.
Okay. In 2010, both Drake and Justin Bieber lost the Best New Artist Grammy to jazz bassist Esperanza Spalding.
What?
Yes.
And Bieber's only been around since 2010?
Yeah, he's Best New Artist then. Guess you're talking about maybe Baby in 2010, I guess, 9 years ago. In 2013, Ed Sheeran was up for Best New Artist Grammy and did not get it. He and Kendrick Lamar lost out to Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
That's not fair.
That one doesn't sit.
That one doesn't sit well.
That one doesn't sit as well.
No.
In 1999, Britney Spears lost the Best New Artist Grammy to Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, but I mean, you could argue those girls were neck and neck
That's
for a
wash.
while.
That's a wash.
Britney did eventually way surpass her, but
In 2002, John Mayer lost the Best New Artist Grammy to Norah Jones.
I mean, they're the same. It's like the female and male of each other.
know. Nora versus John.
But John Mayer deserves it.
Absolutely.
In 2011, Nicki Minaj lost it to Bon Iver, which is an alternative band that had one.
But it was a massive hit, though.
Okay.
What was it?
Wasn't it? Wait, was it a massive hit?
No, it wasn't a massive hit. It was Iron and Wine, something like that, I think was the name of it.
I like that song. It's a massive hit in my world.
Yeah. It's very mellow, Virginia.
It's a mellow
alternative.
song, yeah.
And in 1996, No Doubt lost the Best New Artist Grammy to LeAnn Rimes.
I mean, LeAnn Rimes she was huge back in the day.
She was.
Didn't she get into a little country scandal?
She did. She stole a man's. She stole a man.
I think so. Homewrecker, yeah.
Homewrecker,
Yeah, oh, boy, now.
Country
Well,
World.
he was married.
They don't like that homewrecking stuff in
They
the
do
country
not.
world. Come on, Miranda Lambert. Birthday-wise today, got really just one to mention. The always smiling Jimmy Fallon from The Tonight Show turning 45 years old today. Also saying a happy 11th birthday to Emerson. Love you so much, Wolf Girl. Can't wait to celebrate at Shy Wolf Sanctuary this weekend. Okay. Mom, Dad, Taylor, and all the pets. Also, Gracie turned 14 from Mom, Dad, Emily, Kaylee, and Potter. Happy 12th birthday, Mason, a.k.a. Bold Bobcat from Mom, Dad, and Mikey. Rawr. Also, happy 19th to our wonderful daughter, Kalina Sage. Love you from Mom, Dad, Saber, Brenna, and Raina. Also, Laura, happy birthday from Josh, Lily, Hayden, Cane Dog, Rizzo, and Meow Meow. And also a happy birthday to Allie, turning 15 from Aunt Annette, Uncle Matt, and Michaela. There you go. Got a birthday you want on the KVJ show? Just let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. A couple fun little Grammy things. Somebody said 50 Cent lost his Best New Artist to Evanescence.
Break me off, break me down, kiss me love.
Okay. Well, that's kind of interesting. I remember one year somebody texted into us when NSYNC lost out their Grammy to Steely Dan. I was very upset because NSYNC was killing it that year.
Steely Dan, the old dogs come in,
yeah.
snatch it away.
That's how I felt about Jethro Tull and Metallica. I'm like, they're playing a flute.
Oh, if
you can't play flutes in heavy metal.
If you're an NSYNC fan, you're like, wait, who?
What?
Who took this?
Who? And somebody just with a quick note, Jason Newsted, formerly of Metallica, is a really cool guy. He painted all the pictures hanging up at Evo. If you don't know, the former Metallica bassist lives in Jupiter now and does a lot of art stuff.
Yeah, he's an artist, and he spends a lot of time at Evo.
Okay.
They did his magazine launch there when he was in the Florida Coast magazine.
Okay.
And
Very
a lot
artsy
of his
place.
parties happen there.
Yeah, it's a nice little spot. So cool to have him part of the community now. Today, it's a big school election that is going on. Got a text here. It says, my daughter's got a big election at school today. Her name is Ida. She's running for president. She wants you guys to give her a big old shout out for good luck. So
Ida.
go win it, Prez. Get it, Ida. That's a girl who's making it happen, doing her school proud. The Sinickies, I'm not so sure. It's a whole different story here, Jbird.
Oh, I know. We are very excited to hear the conclusion of this.
Yes, if you missed it on Friday, we heard about Virginia's son, Rocco. He's 4. He was at school. Virginia got these text messages Friday afternoon after we finished the Great 48. She's tired, ready for a nap, and boom, her phone starts blowing up. Apparently, her 4-year-old son bit a kid. Then they played a little game of show me mine, I'll show you yours kind of thing, I guess. You know, they're comparing,
junk.
Yeah. And then an F-bomb was dropped somewhere in the course of that day, all before 1 p.m. So he had a very busy morning.
Epic.
And boy, we were just like, wow, do you survive that at a Catholic school? And apparently it looked like things were good. But then Virginia was getting text messages in, or at least a call from the school, because apparently the headmistress wanted to meet with you and your husband to talk about something, and it sounded serious.
Yes. So you guys were speculating yesterday about what it was.
Yes.
It was Not Rocco. It was me.
Well, that we knew. That's not a shock.
It was exactly what you thought it was. It was me reading the text messages.
I knew it.
Yeah.
They were like, look, it's a privacy thing. You can't, like, do that. And I'm like, oh, I know. I'm sorry. So
Once
they're
again.
so nice. And
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just need to,
Shut up.
shut up.
What was the lecture, or I mean, what was the thing like? The whole conference.
It was super nice and peaceful and very loving and like totally what would Jesus do?
You weren't scolded?
No, not at all.
You should have been.
Yeah, they really.
Yeah, they really missed a good
I
opportunity
really
there.
think they should have scolded
Yeah, there
you.
should have been a lot of scolding going on.
I got the message though, and I'm not gonna ever do that again.
Okay.
Very disrespectful.
Was there any conversation about Rocco and what's going on with him?
He's actually doing better this week. He's
Okay.
having a much better week. There have been no nudity. There's been no cursing, and there's been none of him acting out or anything.
Okay.
It may have had to do a lot with the fact that I wasn't home from Tuesday night.
His pattern was off.
Yeah.
He needed attention.
Yes.
He wasn't getting the usual attention he's
Exactly.
accustomed to.
Exactly.
Friday the 13th was full moon, too. I mean, come on. You can't overlook that.
That
Working
does
against him.
Not help the situation. A full moon does affect me and Magnolia. I don't know about Rocco just yet, but by his performance on Friday, I would say yes.
You got a werewolf baby.
Okay, so my question here is Rocco been back on the KVJ Snapchat? Is he on posting up anything?
Not yesterday, no. We were taking a day off.
Okay. All
We're
right.
sure about that.
I think. No.
Typically, people will let me know pretty early on if Rocco was on there, and especially if he's on our Snapchat swearing. I will hear pretty fast in the day, oh, did you see Rocco's latest snaps? I'm like, oh, boy. What do we have now?
Babs C in the chat room. She goes, "What? No ruler? Damn, Catholic school's gone weak."
I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, I fully probably deserve to get slapped on the knuckles with a ruler, but
They don't still do that in Catholic schools, do
No,
they?
no.
I mean, I know not at your school, but is that still a practice somewhere?
no, I don't think you can hit kids anymore.
Gosh, I know.
The nuns are very sad. 'cause
I bet.
when I was in
Well, they're
first,
probably like, this is why I got into this.
when I was in first grade, I watched a nun chuck an old school eraser. Remember the old school erasers used to have a big piece of wood?
Yeah.
And then the eraser
they
part of
did, yeah.
This
They were a
nun
weapon.
chucked an eraser from across the room and hit this boy in the temple, knocked him out of his chair, feet in the air. I've never seen anything like it.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, the aim they had, the precision. They were almost like ninjas. Like they had gone through some special training, like they're just coming out.
It is nuns from back in the
Yeah.
day, like special forces.
They were.
Yes, they were amazing. Okay, well, there you go. That's the conclusion of what happened with Rocco and Virginia and the ongoing school saga. And we're hoping we don't have any more episodes to talk about here soon.
We're praying.
Okay.
Pun intended, huh?
Coming up here in just a couple of minutes. You guys probably know that almost everybody here on the show are very discreet when it comes to going to the bathroom. In fact, I have hang-ups where it's a big part of my daily planning. I think about where I'm going to go. I look at my schedule. I'm like, okay, what's happening? And I do everything I can to keep my body in sync, well-regulated. That's why eating all those cupcakes, I knew was going to be a problem because it was going to throw off everything that goes on. My body is like a fine-tuned machine. I know when I'm going to have to go number 2, and I'm always in the right spot.
You have good control. You're lucky because not everybody's like that.
You do know you have
but-
strong BHC.
Yeah, so we talk about that a good bit, yes.
He wanted BDE, but instead he got BHC.
It doesn't come without work, though. I mean, I put a lot into this. I mean, it really is. It's not just like, okay, I'm blessed that my system times out accordingly so I don't ever have to go poo-poo at work. I mean, like I said, I put in the time. But some people are the other way. Some people are boastful about it. And if you're a person who's a little bit more discreet, and let's say you start dating somebody that's boastful about it, would that relationship work? Some people are braggadocious about going to the bathroom.
I would not be able to be with a guy that was like one of those guys that's like pooping with the door open and wants to talk to you. There's no way.
My wife, she has no qualms. I don't know if she celebrates it, but yeah, it really threw me for a loop. Where one time I was going to the bathroom. And I hide away. In fact, I try to distract the family. Like I'll light a fire in the front room. Yeah, and then I'll run to the back to go to the bathroom.
My mom told me when her and my dad got married, he'd go to work and she'd have to wait until he went to work, even after they were married
for the
first year, and then things got real loose.
And so my wife, got real upset because she's like, why do you have the door closed? I'm like, 'cause I'm going to the bathroom. She's like, well, I can't see you to talk. I'm like,
oh God,
I'm not going to talk to you while I'm doing that.
That is rough.
It was tough.
You're not supposed to make eye contact with anything or anyone while you're doing that.
I agree. There are a lot of things you should not make eye contact. Eating bananas and pooing. Those are 2 times you don't make eye contact with anyone while you're doing those 2 acts. We got somebody here that is having a hard time. Should they continue with a relationship with somebody that's on a completely different planet when it comes to how they handle going to the bathroom? We'll discuss with her next.
What's hot now on the KVJ show?
Well, Dennys just let me know that the KVJ 48 Hours of Rebuild the Bahamas is just about all loaded up on the podcast. If you missed any moments of it, I mean, it did go on for 48 hours, and it was on overnight and all over the place and all the time. It's a lot easier to listen to the podcast that way whenever you've got time. So the last little bits of it are going to be uploaded like here today. You can check it out. But you can every single day check out the KVJ show without music and commercials. It's loaded up. It's on the KVJ show podcast. You can get the audio pretty much anywhere. If you've got an iPhone, they've got that purple podcast app. Podcast One is the place to go. KVJshow.com has got it. Plus, we do that bonus after the show podcast that we do every single day. 30 minutes of the KVJ show you're not going to hear on the radio at 97.9 WRMF. So check it out. Make sure you subscribe to it. It'll download it for free for you every single day. The KVJ Show podcast.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Most people are very discreet about what they need to do in the bathroom. Other people, however, celebrate it. Could you be with somebody that is a celebratory person about going to the bathroom?
No.
Or would that bother you?
That would bother me so bad. If I was dating a girl and she oh, guys, do not go in there because I just lit it up. No, there's no way.
You couldn't do that?
We could not work as a couple. Nope.
Some people even don't have any shame about it.
Yeah.
I walked in the bathroom about a week ago. One of our coworkers had just gone number 2.
Yeah.
I could tell because it was still in the air.
Yeah.
And she just waltzes right out the stall, says hi to me, just kind of chest puffed out. If that would have been me, I would have stayed hiding in the stall.
You have nothing but shame on your face.
I would have waited till the other person left.
Yeah,
There's no way I'm coming out and walking through that cloud to say hi to somebody.
I was on a double date with one of my buddies, and he's the same kind of way. He had never met this girl before, and this girl was really hot.
Yeah.
And it's their first time meeting. We're all sitting around the table. It's like, I got to take a massive dump.
What?
Dude, I introduced you. You make me look like an animal.
Yeah. You
does.
are the company you keep.
Absolutely.
Okay, so could you stay with a person who is celebratory about it? Vanessa is on here from Wellington, 877-979-WRMF. What was going on with this dude you were seeing, Vanessa?
Hi. So, I've been casually seeing this guy the last couple of weekends, and I felt like it was time to take it to the next level.
Okay.
So I wore something sexy in our last date, and we ended up going for Mexican. I invited him back to my place, but then he immediately ruined the mood by announcing as he headed to the bathroom, here comes the Mexican.
So he stands up, he kind of proclaims that, okay, what I just ate is about to revisit the party, and he has no shame. He's completely proud of it.
Exactly. It was disgusting. He was in there for quite a while, but then he only made things worse when he came out because he proudly announces, I'm 5 pounds lighter.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
How long y'all been together
5 pounds?
Just a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Too soon in the game. It's kind of like your buddy who's out on the first date.
Yeah. It's too bold.
Way too soon. I didn't even feel romantic afterwards, and I can tell he was annoyed. But we ended up texting later, and I put him on blast about his behavior. He laughed and told me to lighten up.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't sound like, and in fact, I almost wonder if you have somebody that's celebratory about their bathroom habits and you're a little bit more discreet. Can those people really? That's a big hurdle to get over.
That's not a move you make in the beginning of a relationship. That's a 6-month and beyond move.
Are they truly proud of it, or is it their way of, is it like a reverse shaming kind of thing? Like they're so embarrassed that they're like, I'm going to go the other way with this?
So there's people that come off proud, and this is guy or girl. Girls do this too, where if they're not proud, they'll have to just announce, oh, I ate that, and oh my gosh, it's giving me the... It's giving me the runs.
Yeah.
I might have the run. You're just so open with what's going on.
But is this actually maybe a defense mechanism where they're like, it's obvious what it is? Because for me, I would come up with something and it would probably be obvious what I had to do. And I'd be so ashamed of it. I'd be wearing the shame on my face. Is this just somebody who uses their proclamation of, well, here comes the Mexican?
I don't know.
I think it's an animal. I mean,
is it?
You don't know him well enough to be talking like that. Is that really how you want a guy to speak to you? Now, some girls don't mind, but if you do, and I think you do because you're calling us, this is too soon for him to be saying I dropped a 5-pounder. Like, really?
This one girl that I wouldn't say we were dating, but we were talking, and it was kind of heading towards that direction. And the same kind of thing. She wasn't saying things like, "Oh, do not go in there," "No, it's a 5-pounder." But it seemed like every fourth conversation was about how her stomach was in fits, and everything she's eating is just, "Oh, that didn't agree with my stomach." It was always a lot of stomach bathroom talk.
Gross.
Yeah, and I get that we all have to do that, but it's like every fourth convo.
You're in a position where you're trying to decide if you really like this person or not. And so
they're turning you off.
Yeah, they are turning me off.
That's it. You can turn somebody on or off, and he's turning you off. Social graces. He doesn't get it.
You got to know somebody a minute, I think.
I think so,
too. A little while.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious, how you react with this. Have you ever been on a date with somebody and like the first date or two, they are bold, they make a proclamation, they're boastful about it.
And then she called him on it, and he told her to lighten up. Oh, no. Click.
Yeah, you're done. You're done with this one.
Me lighten up? Maybe how about you not be a caveman?
How about you stop lighting up? Lighten up my bathroom.
Right. Okay. Too soon? Too much? Yeah, maybe. That's what Vanessa's asking. Just a couple days with the guy. They go get Mexican, and he comes back and boldly proclaims that he's about to evacuate. She's like, ew, kind of a turnoff. And the night ended relatively quickly after he went and blew up her bathroom. So, would that be a makeup or a breakup for you? A couple of the comments came in via text, 877-979-WRMF. Somebody said, who feels sexy after eating Mexican? I'm not defending him, but what did she expect for him to say or do instead? Hashtag diva, hashtag get over it, Vanessa.
Hashtag don't celebrate your poop problems, too.
Even if you got to go, you'd be like, excuse me, I'll be back in a minute, and then do everything you can.
And speak for yourself. I feel very sexy after having Mexican.
Okay.
Sexican.
Yeah.
Somebody else said it's only been a few weeks. What time to go? And somebody else said he's right. She does need to lighten up. It's not a huge deal. Everybody does it, so why should we feel ashamed about it? And that's, I think, ultimately the question here is if you have totally different philosophies, I guess after you get past the honeymoon stage of dating, then you're going to be fine. You could be somebody who's discreet and somebody who's bold about going to the bathroom.
Sure.
And it shouldn't matter at that point. Somebody else texted in and said, I'm married 2 women here, and my wife refused to marry me until I felt comfortable enough to go number 2 with the door open. Finally, she gave in and married me, and I still can go to the bathroom with the door closed. That's interesting that was a stance she took. That, if we're going to be together, you got to feel comfortable enough around me to go with the bathroom door open.
No.
I mean,
it is a personal choice. Just because you are okay with when you poop talking to people, you can't force that on me.
Could you ever be comfortable with you and Panda at that level to where you're pooping and looking at him in the eye?
Never. So the other day, Panda was pooping, and Rocco has no respect for a closed door. And our guest bathroom is like right when you walk in the house, just to the right, there's a guest bathroom, like right there. So I was coming in with the mail, and right as I came in with the mail, Rocco opened the door to the guest bathroom, and Panda's sitting right there on the throne. And I'm like, okay, close the door. I do not want to see this. But it's like, that's your private, personal time.
I don't want to see this. I only want to go on the air publicly and humiliate you and tell everyone about it.
Well, it was a moment.
Okay. Yeah, it is kind of interesting because one person said I've been married for 12 years, still wait for my husband to go to work to go to the restroom, kind of like your mom said, Jbird.
So she's got a whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And somebody else said, I'm genuinely convinced my wife of 5 years has never pooed. And then again, it's just there's two different camps. Either you do or you don't. One text said, my husband is so proud of his poo habits, he wears a shirt that says, yep, I pooped today.
Wow.
That girl is a poop ninja. The one who the husband thinks in 5 years of marriage she's never gone. That is #goals.
Do you respect her game?
I do.
But what you're living a second life, though. Yeah. You're living a double life.
I like it private. I don't want anybody to know what's going on. I like to be cloaked in mystery.
Okay.
I don't want anybody knowing what's happening in there.
Somebody else texted in and said, I dated a guy once who pooed with the door open, so I broke up with him. And we worked together, and I ended up telling a coworker, and it got all around the office that he poos with the door open. Now it's a big problem in our office.
Oh, my gosh.
But, I mean, you didn't lie.
Wow.
You just told the truth.
No, but still, though, just because you tell the truth doesn't mean you're being cool.
Right. Doesn't mean it's allowed. Well, today is a special day. Did you realize today is the International Talk Like a Pirate Day?
I did, and I'm so bummed out because our costume closet is closed until 8 a.m. I have a pirate costume in there.
Oh, geez, man.
Oh.
The luck.
How is that the law? Closed till 8?
That's the law. They won't give us a key.
Wow.
Dang.
They just can't get anything going around
They
here,
do
can
not trust us.
Oh, I see Brian over there, our engineer. I bet you he has a key.
It's 8 o'clock now, though. Just about. I mean, it's really not. Hey, can I have that key that I'm allowed in right now?
So you're going to be going in pirate regalia?
If I can find it, people keep going into our closet and kind of messing it about.
And by people, he means us.
I do mean us.
How do you is disorganized and thrown about? Is that how do you know when somebody's been in there messing about?
It looks like a tornado hit this closet.
So how can you tell?
Well, they downgraded us big time. We had the biggest costume closet ever. We have the smallest broke down closet now, and our stuff doesn't fit in there. If me and
so
Denny,
it's all piled on itself.
I think they're trying to tell us to take our costumes home.
It's a disaster.
I think it's beginning to have those kind of stages where right now we're in the back of the closet. And now I think next is going to be you got to take it back to your house. I'm hoping that doesn't happen because that is a full-on day project.
Yeah, got a lot of junk in there. We love keeping our junk here, right?
We do.
So much easier.
Well, when Talk Like a Pirate Day comes up and he doesn't know about it when he's leaving his house, he gets here and he's got a pirate costume.
Never know when that's going to come in handy. It's a good point.
It is stuff that you use for your job.
It really is.
Is there any chance, do you know, are we going to get kind of a pirate vibe or theme from Dennys today with his joke jury?
That's a great question.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to know the answer to that. That could be very important. He's going to be dialing up. I believe he's got some comedy going here today. And I felt bad because I was like, we got our KVJ roast that's going to be coming up here in about 20 minutes. I was like, gosh, I'm like, poor guy. He's like, got to write roast jokes and comedy and everything else. I'm like, we can broom the joke jury today. And he's like, no, it's a kid. It's a kid.
It's the life of a joke writer, man.
Yeah, that's just it.
It's part of the grind.
Yeah.
He's that good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that good.
Well, here's what we got. Joke jury. Denny's has penned 5 jokes for us. He's going to see if he can make us laugh. That's his job as the comedian on the stage here. Got to get a laugh, a guffaw, whatever, to eliminate us from the joke jury. Clean jury means a good round of jokes. All right, here we go. Joke number 1.
So I didn't know it was International Pirate Day until you just said it just now. But I do have one in the back of my mind, a pirate joke if you guys want it.
Oh, yeah, come on, hit it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Off the top of the dome.
Look at this.
Why was the pirate arrested?
I don't know. Why was the pirate arrested?
Because he committed arson.
Okay, see it.
Is that just a bonus?
That was completely bonus.
Okay, all right.
I didn't even know it was Pirate Day.
That was for free.
That's just, man, that's great. Okay. All right.
All right, let's see here. First joke for you guys. What do you call a dog who hosts late night television?
A dog who hosts, I don't know. What do you call him?
Jimmy Kibble.
Okay. He's having a birthday today, too.
Yeah, look at that.
Topical.
So topical. All right.
Second joke. What position did the tree manager get promoted to?
I don't know. What position did he get promoted to?
branch manager.
Okay. See, right.
Third joke. What do carrots do when they're mad?
I don't know. What do carrots do when they're mad?
They stew.
Oh.
Your vegetable comedy's always on point.
Yeah.
You've
It's a
always
good round
nailed
today.
vegetable comedy.
That's the one thing I've always said.
It's a good round today. Okay.
Fourth joke. What do you call a Russian leader who's made out of bread?
I don't know. What do you call Russian leaders made out of bread?
Vladimir Gluten.
Okay. Yes.
Fifth and final here.
Yeah, it's over already.
I know. It's fine. You know, it's a good round, Virginia.
Yeah.
Vladimir Gluten.
Yeah, that excellence. Let's see. Fifth and final. Why was Frosty the Snowman arrested for prostitution?
I don't know. Why was he?
Because they caught him giving out snow jobs.
Okay. All right. There you go. Pretty good round joke jury. Coming up here in a couple minutes, I've got some tickets to the Champions Beer Fest at the Charles F. Dodge City Center in Pembroke Pines coming up on October 19th. You're going to get your paws on over 100 local craft beers with unlimited sampling, wine and spirits tastings too, with live music going on. And what you got to do is you just got to dial up a good pirate joke. Yeah. You are going to be on the joke jury. So if you got a pirate joke and if you can get us to laugh, you've got tickets to the Champions Beer Fest. 877-979-WRMF. 877-979-9763 here at the KVJ Show. Call them in now. Today, National Talk Like a Pirate Day. We can't go through this holiday without taking a couple of pirate jokes. Here we just had producer Dennys' very solid joke jury, so it's your turn. Good joke. Get on the radio for Champions Beer Fest tickets. We have got Jack on here from Pembroke Pines. All right, Jack, what is your pirate joke?
All right, guys. A pirate walks into the bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, do you know that there was a steering wheel in your pants?" And the pirate goes, "Arr, and it's driving me nuts."
Oh, it's driving me nuts. All right. Oh, maybe my all-time.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's all about delivery at that point.
Yeah. Okay. That's probably my all-time favorite pirate joke there. All right. Let's go with Sydney here from Jupiter. All right, Sydney, let's hear a pirate joke.
Hi, guys. How are ya?
We're all right. Radical.
Okay, my joke is, why do pirates never get sick?
Why did pirates what? Say it again.
Why do pirates never get sick?
I don't know. Why do pirates never get sick?
Because they always have plenty of vitamin C.
There you go. You're going to Beer Fest just for that. And finally here, Amy from Loxahatchee. Hello, Amy. Hit us up with a pirate joke.
Hi, guys. Good morning. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. Thank you.
I think we'd be better too if everyone was using pirate voices. I don't know, 'cause some of these aren't pirate voices, Kev.
Oh, we need a pirate jokes in a pirate voice?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, Amy.
Okay, so how much did the pirate pay for his peg and his hook?
Don't know. How much did he pay, Amy?
He paid an arm and a leg.
Arm and a leg. All right.
Why is our pirate from Australia?
All right, where the seas I sail, me matey. That's me. I actually think I'm doing the SpongeBob SquarePants pirate.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Virginia, do a pirate voice.
Nailing it.
That's my real voice.
I know.
KVJ, dirt of the day. It's the KVJ, dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that dirt of the day.
All right, there's one more here. What did the pirate say when he turned 80?
What?
I matey. Found the dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in a second in your dirt of the day, I love a good cat fight, and these two ladies both like to come hard for somebody. Wendy Williams and Iggy Azalea are hashing it out on Twitter, and I'm going to give you the best ofs. Before we get into that, though, do you remember the adult movie actress? She was a small girl by the name of Bridget. Now, this is the name she gave herself. I know it's not socially acceptable to use this term anymore, but she calls herself Bridget the Midget. Remember back in the day, we actually met her at a local establishment?
I do. Maybe not one of my finer days, Virginia.
I think you guys met her. I don't think I was on the show yet.
Yeah.
You weren't on the show yet.
Yeah, I wasn't.
No, but she's just been arrested because she stabbed her boyfriend in a fist fight.
Yes?
Yeah, police had to be called to her house after neighbors heard screaming and breaking glass.
Oh, my
when
goodness.
the cops arrived, they found her boyfriend with a knife in his leg.
In his leg?
In his leg.
Okay.
He had to be transported to the local hospital for injuries. Oh, my gosh. Bridget.
Who would have known she had it in her?
Get it
Such a
together.
sweet soul.
I know. I really liked her.
Yeah, I remember you telling me you shared a moment with her.
I did. We had a picture.
Yeah.
She handcuffed me to a pole or something.
Yeah, that was the moment.
Yeah. It was lovely.
Yeah, it was. Oh, memories.
A lot of drinks. lot of drinks.
Yeah.
Celine Dion is talking about dating again. Is she ready or is it not time yet?
Okay. Yeah, it's. I believe we're talking, 3 years? Is that where we are with Celine?
I think that sounds right. I think you know what she's saying.
Oh, I think we're reading between the lines.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Celine.
Oh.
Okay.
She's so sweet. That
I
breaks
love her
my
to death.
She really is a
misses
sweet
touch.
person.
She's amazing.
She seems like a genuine sweet person.
Absolutely. I love her to death.
And now the other end of the spectrum, from Celine Dion to Wendy Williams. Wendy and Iggy Azalea are having a big battle on Twitter. So I guess it all started when one of them fired at the other one that they had a fake body. And both of them, it's quite obvious, have had lots of plastic surgery done. So nobody needs to be throwing fake body at anybody else. Iggy Azalea threw at her, oh, okay, you've got a huge tummy tuck scar that you covered with a Mike Tyson tribal tattoo.
Oh!
Then Wendy comes back with, who's the big Australian girl with the fake booty and fake black scent?
Oh!
Then Iggy Azalea fires back, who's the crackhead in the halfway house with the gossip show?
Oh! It's a full-on roast.
Then Wendy fires back, your breath stinks from talking so much S-bomb. You want a mint?
That's weak. That's weak. Come on. That's just fizzling out.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, it's pretty funny, though. If you follow these two girls on Twitter, make sure you screenshot their insults at each other, because what they do is they insult and they take it down.
Yeah, Twitter, it really does. It brings out the best in people, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
All right, well, from the Wendy Williams, Iggy Azalea roast to our very own, they had the Alec Baldwin on Comedy Central. Sadly, it was the lowest rated, I believe, that they've done in a very long time. So let's hope that this isn't a ratings killer as well.
For us,
yes,
it just might be.
It's kind of interesting. We all wrote roast jokes for one another. Oh, it's tough to try to say mean things to each other and then continue to do a show for another 2 hours.
Yeah, after talking to everybody, it sounds like there weren't a lot of jokes written. There's just a lot of mean comments.
There were a few, yeah. I wrote a few, and I'm like, going, that's not even a joke, Kevin. That's just mean. I'm like, there's no joke in that. That's just a terrible comment. It's an awful thing to say.
I think it is just an insult off, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like a roast type joke. Yeah, so I mean, that's, what you're going for. It would be a cutting roast joke is what we're doing. Now, we've done this before, and when we did it, we paired off. I faced off against Dennys, and Virginia faced off against Jbird, so we've kind of switched it up, so we're not always hating on the same people. So you get to share it off here today. You can vote on who you think is the roast master of the KVJ show. All right, another KVJ show roast here. We're going to be roasting each other, pairing off, going at it head to head, kind of a snap off here. We got Virginia and Dennys and myself and Jbird going to be doing the roast on each other. Okay.
This is so hard because Dennys is so sweet and lovely. And here's the thing. Kevin, Virginia, and Jason both come at each other all the time with all kinds of insults. We do it with love. But we come hard for each other. Yeah. And it's funny because we know that we don't come from a place of anger or hate.
Sure.
Dennys never comes for anybody. So to hurt Dennys, it just hurts me.
You hear this, Kev? A lot of excuses already to start off the roast.
I hear that, but I will tell you, I kind of had the same feeling. I'd never seen what he has, and I'm like going, oh, I feel bad. And, some of those jokes that I'd had with the roast with Dennys last time, like, oh, gosh, that's just terrible. People are going to hate you for saying that. Such a nice boy. And then Dennys came at me with fire. I'm like,
don't sleep on Peace Train.
He may look like a lamb, but that lamb has got teeth and it bites.
He's a Joe Jury guy.
Yeah,
come on.
Do not rest on Dennys here when it comes to this roast. He's not going to go light on you. I can promise you.
And that's what I'm excited about because I like it and I can handle it.
My problem.
I still feel mean if I say anything to him.
It's not that I feel mean. My problem is I've insulted you so much in 15 years. I'm running out of insults.
I know it's hard to come up with something that you haven't done. You're right. It is tough. Okay, so here's what we got. We got a head-to-head. You get 5 jabs apiece, and then we break it off, and you got to go to your separate corners here. Okay, we got Virginia versus Dennys here. Snap back and forth. Ladies first. Virginia, you can go on ahead and go at Dennys here. What you got?
All right, Dennys.
And this was hard because I got no qualms with V either. Really.
This is so.
Before we start, we all love each other. No hard feelings here.
Nothing but love.
All right.
All right. Dennys, your wife has less respect for you than the Mexican queen has for Kevin. She knows you're allergic to cats, but moved in with 2. Rufus ain't the only pea under your roof.
Oh, okay. Through the After Show podcast, there'd be another word in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that too hard?
No, you're fine. I'll heal. Let's see. Virginia thought detox was a facial injection.
No, you didn't. Virginia, what you got? Fire back.
Say what you want about it. Let me start over.
Compose yourself here.
I gotta put myself together.
Yeah, Denny struck out. You see that? He knocked her for a loop.
You got this. Come on, V, hit him back.
Virginia's cut. The witch is cut. Look out.
Knock him down a peg.
Say what you want about producer Mariana. At least she showered.
Okay. Dirty hippie joke.
Damn, you dirty hippie.
Dennys, what you got for that?
I think I finally understand why Virginia's so jealous of Cam Newton. He has something she'll never have. A bomb-ass pool.
So nice.
Ain't getting no pool.
So nice.
Splash. Splash.
No pool. Okay. Third joke here for Virginia.
Dennys is so low energy and pasty white. He went to the beach to lay out and woke up with a toe tag on.
Oh,
damn.
You look dead.
You look dead.
You look dead.
Virginia said the worst part about having a 14-year-old is waiting 2 more years for a DD.
He ain't lying.
Mom drunk.
I was sure it was real.
Okay. All right. Are we at round 4 now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, 2 more left.
Dennys, you're so mellow. I mean, are you high right now? Other jobs you would fail at besides radio producing. Town crier, cheerleader, guy who warns the village about the tsunami.
You'd be a terrible tsunami.
Yeah, we all gonna die.
Despite all Rocco's behavioral issues, he's actually doing pretty well for his age. He's only in VPK, but he's already cussing like a 3rd grader.
He's advanced.
He's an advanced cusser.
He's advanced. Okay, final one for you, Virginia, here in the KVJ Roast.
I see you, Dennys. If you have excess IBS farts, yeah, squeaky socks is the perfect cover-up.
You're farting.
Farting.
That ain't socks.
You're farting food.
Yeah.
Socks.
When Virginia laughs, it sounds like two seagulls fighting on a leather sofa.
Well done.
Well done. Very nice. Nice. Good roast jokes in there. Okay. All right. Me versus the bird. 5 jokes, 5 rounds here.
Good round, V.
Oh, yours were funnier.
All right, Bird, you ready for this? Time to go round.
I'm ready. You go first.
Okay, me go first. All right. Jbird, you look so broke down, homeless people actually give you money.
Oh,
come on. What?
Your hair looks so fake that it makes Virginia's face look natural. Hashtag Lego people hair.
Oh, twofer.
Jbird, you know women find it adorable how you have the mentality of a 9-year-old until they realize you also have his penis.
Kevin Kitchens was a WRMF legend who passed away back in 1999. Kevin Ralston is the current radio legend here at WRMF, and I think we all can agree the wrong Kevin died.
Oh, that was good. Okay. All right. Jbird, you know you should name your new phone Guinness World Record because that's the only thing on earth you can't break.
What haunts you more at night? The fact that your wife hates your guts or the fact that your children don't respect you as a father or a man?
I guess just a statement.
Still working on that punchline.
The punchline comes later. That's the setup.
Zing.
I mean, it's amazing, Jbird. Radio, music, comedy, baseball. Is there anything you can do?
Oh.
Do you have to practice being this boring, or is this just a side effect from the Mexican queen cutting off your testicles?
Neutered man. All right, one more. I know Virginia probably would have wanted to get in on this, so sorry, Virginia. I kind of wrote this one for you. Jbird, you have so much sex with Chewy that your dog thinks it's called Jason style.
The Jason name.
Sorry.
That's brilliant.
Every photograph you're in looks like you want to Netflix and kill.
Okay. All right, there we go. It's some fun stuff. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Roast Master General. Who you giving it to? 877-979-WRMF here at the KVJ Show. Well, just looking at some of the comments on the KVJ Roast. Who exactly is the Roast Master? Got a lot of votes for everybody in here in the round. I think basically they think we're all terrible people. So I think that's, congratulations, we all win. So.
Was it too mean?
No, but it's funny during that song we were talking about the jokes that we didn't use and do.
Oh, yeah. There was some that we had to not say.
I told y'all one that it would have got us in trouble.
It would have definitely got us in trouble.
Yes. So there you go. Maybe one of these days we can do the ones that we should not.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, you're right.
You may not ever want to say that.
No.
That's true.
Ever.
No, you're right.
That was pretty bad. Yeah, we're sick people here. I forget that.
Twisted.
So she thinks I am kind of opening up myself to some of these things. She's asking me a lot of weird questions last night. It got really weird.
Oh, yeah?
Out of any ghost kind of investigation we've ever done, last night for me was the weirdest.
What kind of stuff is she asking you?
Just more about, I mean, she did ask me about ex-girlfriends, if any female wants to hurt me, because there's a female presence in the house, she feels like, but she also feels
you're being haunted by an ex.
Well, no, it was a theory that she had that sometimes that people can throw out energy and then it's a different type of entity that comes into the home. Now, with that said, there is a strong male presence in the place as well. Because
good, you have at least one.
Well, you're right.
You're not bringing the man in there.
No, I am not. And you'll hear the male presence that's supposedly lurking around my place.
So this is actual audio from your place last night?
Yes.
Yeah, the other ghost, I mean, what we're going to hear here is a couple different things. And from what I'm understanding, there's a couple like spirits that are in there, but there's one that's troubling.
Yes.
And that's really it. I mean, the other stuff, there's spirits, but it's like there's one, like there's a serious tone to this one that's in here, and you're going to be able to hear what Jbird says. I've heard them pretty clear recordings, would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first one was kind of benign. We were talking, Vicky had me kind of reach out to some of the victims that I've been researching on the cold case files, especially ones here locally. So I was reaching out, asking names just in case that was part of the female presence that's here, because Vicky's a little confused by this spirit or spirits.
Okay, tell me which ones. I got 4 clips here. Which one you want? There's a full clip about Demon. There's the censored full clip, the Demon talk, and then Say Jason.
So the clip 1 and clip 2 are the ones, your long form clips. Does it have clip 1 on there? I'd play clip 1 first.
Okay.
This is pretty much, you hear at the very end of this audio, you hear a female voice say my name. I want to see if you're able to hear it.
And this is the full clip about Demon.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely have some human spirits here, but in addition to that, you have something else that I feel is very negative and very dangerous. We have to shut that down before you start trying to work on ability.
When you say work on ability, that means me on my psychic powers?
Right, opening yourself up to be able to communicate better with spirits.
Why are you concerned about it?
Because it's not a human spirit. It's of some type of different nature.
Say Jason again.
Now, is that right?
That's it. So it's hard to hear on the radio. Vicky goes, say Jason, and immediately you hear a female come on and go, Jason, over the spirit box.
Say Jason again.
Now, is it where it makes this clip noise right here? Is it this it?
Jason.
Okay. That's all right. So what exactly is a spirit box? Explain that.
It's how you communicate with spirit. You try to get them on a frequency.
Like a walkie-talkie?
Sort of, yeah. And you try to communicate with them.
Okay. That's the Jason clip right there, right?
Yeah, you can't hear that, Virginia?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Does it sound like Jason to you?
Kind of.
Yeah, you're right, though. It sounded a little bit different on my lap because I listen to this on my laptop, and it's a little bit more clear.
It was. I was so excited about the Jason thing because it does come out clear on my headphones and on my laptop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll post these up. People want to go back and listen to them, too.
It was just weird how she immediately said, say Jason, then you hear, Jason.
Now, the other one is this is the scary stuff, right? Is this the censored full clip to play next?
Yes, I would play that clip.
So the other one that said Jason, that's maybe just a female spirit. Nothing,
yes.
Nothing to, okay, just your typical female ghost running about, Virginia.
So we had Vicky there. We had Vicky's daughter. We had Vicky's friend, Bobby Joe. We had a couple other ghost people helping out, and the ghost, this male figure kept on coming out and calling them names and being really ugly and disgusting with them, calling them bees.
So they would hear that on the spirit box,
yes.
like the word, the B word would come through.
They'd ask a question and then this would come through.
That would be the response, and clear as day you could hear
yes.
the B word and things
absolutely.
Like that. Interesting. And it's not like somebody outside joking around with a walkie-talkie saying, hey, listen to this.
I swear on everything it's not. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Now it's cussing at us.
It's cussing at you? What do you mean?
It's saying curse words at us.
Like what?
It called one of us a bitch.
What?
And I said, who are you calling a bitch? Me or Bobby Joe? And it said Bobby Joe.
That disrespectful ghost.
Yeah.
He's got his name, Bobby Joe, huh?
He doesn't like Bobby Joe, it seems.
Huh.
Bobby Joe, you're going to take that
You missed it.
It's okay because I called it a.
So I'm going to go to the mirror now where I shave and floss. Go ahead, call me out. I'm in the bathroom, bitch.
Okay, so now that is you. You go in and you taunt the ghost by
saying
your little thing because it gets them angry and they respond.
Yeah, well, he was being so mean.
Yeah.
Apparently, Vicky thinks the bathroom has got some mirror issues, something with the mirrors, and maybe it's coming through the mirror. I don't know, but I went to the mirror and I said,
"So you got a demon watching you poop?" That's so weird.
It's weird, man.
Okay,
but do you hear that voice at the end?
This is the voice right here after
yes.
you. And is that Jason? Is that what it's saying?
We have no idea what that is. Sounds like Diabla.
Okay.
I go to the bathroom, like I'm in the bathroom, bitch.
Yeah. Diabla.
That doesn't creep you out?
Yeah, it definitely creeps me out. I would.
That's supposedly whether you believe in this stuff or not. I'm already seeing the comments coming in. Fake, stupid. I get it. It's not for everybody. But supposedly that's part of the thing that's living in my place right now.
And this is the one to be afraid of.
Yes.
They're feeling like this is a bad entity.
Absolutely.
So how do you get rid of it?
We're going to have to do a cleansing. We're going to have to do we have a whole thing coming up now. And so last night, Vicky had cameras on me while I slept the entire night. They're going through all of the footage. I'd
like that footage too.
I didn't sleep naked for respect out of Vicky.
Come on.
Well, keep
it real.
She had to edit. Have you seen my dong the whole time? that ain't cool.
There's 8 seconds left on this. Is there anything left to hear in this clip?
What was that? What was that? Dude, that sounds so nasty and loud. I'm like, what the heck was that?
That was weird.
Okay, and that's the reaction to what they heard there.
Skeptics, I know we have some in this room. Do you think this is just a bunch of bullcrud?
I don't. I think you can totally have demons, but I think you better be careful.
Yeah.
I mean, messing with all this stuff and calling them names, and now they're calling you names.
We don't know if it's a
now
demon.
You're fighting with a demon?
We don't know if it's a demon yet. We just know that there's something weird going on there, and we're trying to figure out, is it from me doing all the research of the cold case victims? I don't know. I'm in the midst of a lot of death and cold case.
Quick thought here, though. Does this voice sound eerily like Virginia? I mean, come on. Come on, right?
Diabla.
Yeah.
Diabla.
What does Diabla mean? Is that a word? Is that a word?
Well, I mean, it's, close to Diablo. Spanish
Female devil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
So that, I don't know.
How many people are in the text room just saying
Diabla.
terrible, awful, sounds fake?
Let me see.
Quite a bit.
No, I mean, people are just kind of like asking questions. Some people, slow news day, but other people.
Slow news day. Sad thing is, it's not for me. This is big stuff for me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I know a lot of people were asking about it. They wanted to hear what exactly happened last night because, some people were very fascinated with it. Other people could, not care a bit.
I mean, I was coming here. It was best ghost audio ever. What do you think, Virginia?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely sounds like that one ghost said your name, a female.
There's something that was said, the Jason, especially listened to when I'd heard earlier, it was very clear. And, everybody's going to have their own things and try to explain it away. But, that was interesting. And that little that whatever that is, some crazy stuff. Who knows?
I know one thing. I'm not picking you up and going inside for cocktails and karaoke.
No, right.
You can come out to the car.
Well, I'm getting it cleansed this weekend.
Good. Yeah, no, I do. I believe in those kind of things. I completely steer clear of them, though.
And I'll let you guys know if there's anything on the footage. I mean, I footage the entire night was recording on me. In fact, it's still recording at my house right now.
Really?
Yes.
Somebody did text in and said, ghosts know that we can feel or hear them, and it'll keep getting worse. This happened to my sister and I. My family's very sensitive to the unnatural, and the more that we noticed it, the more they would do things to try to communicate. Our home was built on an Indian burial ground. Apparently, we had a whole family living with us, kids, grandparents, parents, all ghosts. The kids would play with my brother's toys, and one day we actually got chased around the house with a remote control car that was just running itself. No joke. And every single morning at 3:20, we'd be woken up by them. Lots of stories.
Ugh.
That's when they would try to communicate. Which, why, spirit time, they got to get with the living.
We're hoping, too, with this cleansing of the place, I'll start to be able to sleep good again, or better, I should say.
Yeah, because that's what they want. From everything I've heard, they want you sleepy and off your game, and then that's right before they possess you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want me possessed. You don't want me coming in here possessed.
I'm going to send your ass home. If you come in here possessed by the devil, you are not allowed to work with us.
Yeah.
I draw a line.
That's when you take a sick day.
Yes.
That's a sick day.
Because I don't want the devil jumping out of you and jumping in me. Oh, no.
The problem with Virginia, I don't know if we'd notice.
You're right. Yeah, you come in talking like this. Virginia.
Kevin.
It's just another Thursday. Like,
I'm
what's
going
going
to
on
eat
here?
your soul.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Oh, yeah. Well, just a note here, you cannot skateboard inside the Indian River Mall in Vero Beach. Don't know if you didn't know that, but one 23-year-old found out.
There goes my weekend plans.
I know. Mall security stopped him, and then cops had to show up because he just wouldn't stop thrashing. When the cop showed up and they took the report, he called the mall cop a miniature Paul Blart. So that made news, but public service there. No skateboarding inside the Indian River Mall.
Leave me alone, Paul Blart.
That's just the go-to insult for any mall cop you have. Well, there's a nursing aide at an assisted living facility in Pinellas County, Florida, that's been charged with sexually assaulting multiple patients.
Oh.
And I didn't know this is a thing, but he confessed to police that he has a fetish for older females under his care.
Oh, this is just not sitting well.
Lock him up.
Yep.
Yeah, never let him out.
There's a cop in Houston that saw a passenger puking out of a car the other day. Now, here's the problem. You don't want to take around somebody that's all drunk and yakking, especially when you're driving a stolen vehicle and you got stolen mail in your car.
Stolen mail?
Yeah, he wasn't the one that was puking. It was his drunk passenger. The cops see it, pull him over and say, wait, this isn't your car. Wait, this isn't your mail. 2 felonies.
Whoopsie.
This guy in Texas that forged his wife's signature earlier this year to get a divorce. He didn't tell her. He just really wanted all that divorce. Okay, I've been forging it for a while. Okay, and we're divorced, right? No, it doesn't work that way. Now he's wanted for aggravated perjury, and he could get up to 10 years in prison. So you get out of one jail cell and right into another, bud. Congratulations. A woman in Nebraska tried to set the love letters from her ex-boyfriend on fire on Monday. And boy, this just goes to show you love is a bitch. She unfortunately accidentally wound up setting her own apartment on fire.
No.
Fortunately, she's okay, but she's also been charged with negligent burning.
Dummy.
So be careful when you burn up those love letters. I get the emotion gets the best of you and you just want them gone.
Oh, she's totally blaming the fire on her ex. It's your fault that I burned this house down.
If you weren't angry with them before, yes. Well, this is a way to, I guess, try to keep your fiance from eating your delicious chocolates. There's a viral photo today. A guy in Wales was tired of her gobbling up all of his Godivas, so he put it in a see-through safe in the fridge. She took a photo and said, not fair. Now it's gone viral and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
See-through safe.
Yeah, it seems like it's a attempt to go viral moment, but it is out there. I don't know if you ever have to lock up food in your home. I luckily don't have that kind of problem, but I know a lot of times it's mainly kids are the culprit. If you got kids, I mean, they're just little like candy junkies.
Yeah, we have the candy though where Rocco can't get it.
Oh, okay.
He can't reach that high.
Well, would you be a naked waiter? It's paying pretty well. It's for a wedding in England, and they got $37.50 an hour.
Now they got the right goods for the trade.
$37 an hour? No, I would not.
I mean, full on nards? Do you want that?
Fully naked for $37.50 an hour.
Do you want to see nards with your crab cakes?
It doesn't seem like it's enough. I mean, because if you're looking at that,
it's not enough.
No way.
Yeah, it feels like it should be at least $100 an hour, right?
Easily.
Maybe $200.
Maybe more.
Yeah, arguably more. I mean, if you got a good body, yeah, I'd go for more. $37.50 an hour.
Think about what a dancer would make. You know?
Well, I mean, think about like somebody that is a waiter at one of our 5-star restaurants we have in South Florida. I mean, with tips and all that. Could they not be clearing more than $37.50 an hour and they get to keep their clothes on?
Sure.
Oh, there's no way I wouldn't spill soup on my peen. Oh my God, I'd always have burn marks on me.
Yeah. One of the roast jokes earlier was about Jbird not being able to break world records, and there's a couple here that have gone on. A Belgian man sat on a toilet in the middle of a bar for nearly 5 days this week in a bid to set a world record. His goal was to go 165 hours, but gave up after only 116.
Aww.
It was very lame, too. Like, he was in a small bar, and there was a table of 2 sitting there looking at him, sitting on the table. Like, this is the most low, but I mean...
And they got notoriety for this?
It was so uneventful. Nobody even in the town was showing up to see what was going on.
Aw.
But yeah, you throw, hey, going for a world record. It was like, oh, we're so attracted to him.
All right, well, they didn't let the lack of crowd, kill their spirit at least.
Yeah,
Something to keep in mind.
But
when I try to break one when no one comes.
You let it kill his record at 116. And there's a dryer maintenance company in Michigan that's going to try to set a world record today by setting a 1,000-pound ball of lint on fire. Hopefully they're doing that outdoors.
Yeah, hopefully. Don't be like the girl that was burning love letters.
Yeah. How long would it take to get a 1,000-pound ball of lint?
Are you impressed with these world records? Do they do anything for you?
They're not entertaining.
No, they do nothing for me.
No. That's all I'm like, yeah.
Lint ball, ooh.
Yeah, you got to make it exciting.
Back to the drawing board here, Bird.
I'm with you. We still have that one with Bud's Chicken and Seafood that we talked about doing.
That's right. We got to get that done. Yeah,
that one's better than those.
Yeah.
Most cars through a drive-through in an hour. I don't know.
Let's do it.
Is it awful?
You tell me when.
I don't know.
I don't know. I guess you got it.
It is kind of boring.
I can't tell.
Both cars in a drive-through in an hour. We got to spice it up.
We're sitting there giving them a hard time.
If we have the power of buds, we can do something spicy.
Well, where were you 2 months ago when we talked about all this? Where you were like, "Oh yeah, it's a good idea, Bird." You were just saying it to shut me up again, and it didn't work because I'm still talking.
Yeah.
Well, let's just make it more spicy.
I'm so in. We do have Bud Chicken and Seafood that says we can partner up with them. What that may be, I don't know.
Okay. Something to keep thinking about.
But you're right. We need a world record, man. We've been chasing this thing for so long.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll work on it.
Calm down, Cass.
That's pretty much where it ends. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
You follow up with a yeah.
He don't have a lot of fight left in him.
I
so
get
many
that.
world records, Virginia. So much failure. I'm just saying. Yeah. There you go.
I get it.
Yeah. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, they've actually apparently done a study on this. The 5 songs that are most likely to get you a speeding ticket. They say that a song that has over so many beats per minute makes you drive faster. And they've put 5 songs that they found apparently in their very scientific study that you will get a speeding ticket to if you listen to.
That's so weird. I got pulled over before because I was speeding to an America song. And I know.
I will tell you, they did not make the top 5.
It's kind of it's one of their more upbeat songs.
Okay.
You can do magic. I was just speeding. The spirit took over.
You've flown past me on 95 before, rocking out to Billy Joel.
Hell yeah! I don't speed anymore. I'm not a speed.
He didn't even notice me. Like I was standing still, just zoom, right by.
You got a lot of nerve about anything driving.
That's true.
I've seen you cut somebody off and then flick them off. Like they did something wrong.
I drove side by side with Virginia all the way down North Lake waving at her, and in 3 miles she didn't see me and just turned off. I'm like, oh well. Oh well.
I'm sorry.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm working out stuff in my head. There's a lot of voices.
It does. It looks like that while you're driving.
All right, so what is the song? Have you ever gotten a speeding ticket to a song, or what is your speed demon tune? You can let us know, 877-979-WRMF. Coming up here on the KVJ Show.
You're listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Somebody here on the KVJ Show is a diva. I guess we got to figure out who. That's the charge being made here in our building. Somebody's being a diva, and it's about one thing that we're doing that they believe makes us a diva.
I mean, on any given day, any of us could be accused of the crime.
Well, what we're being accused of, you're right. I could see actually every single person on the show doing it.
Well, let's just see what it is and who would be most likely to be committing this very thoughtless act. Has to do with our elevators. And it has been charged that there is somebody on the KVJ show that is notorious for not being courteous in holding the elevator open when people are trying to get in it.
It's not an individual. It's a show reputation. KVJ doesn't hold the elevator for people. It's kind of like a blanket statement. So there's a lot of people who work in this building, surprisingly, that I did not know that I knew. There's like 3 or 4 people that work here that know, they know you, they know me, they knew Kevin on a personal level, but they also work here in the building, so they get to hear a lot of the comments said. And I was talking to one of my buddy's friend, who he's really good friends with. He goes, yeah, man, the reputation of the KVJ show is that when you guys are in the elevator, you don't hold the elevator for people. And that,
what a reputation.
And that you guys don't let anyone go up there with you. It's all about y'all. I'm like, really? Now, there's been a few people that I see out of the corner of my eye that we may work with, and I feel like it would be an uncomfortable situation if you get stuck in an elevator. I've done that in the past when maybe Virginia said a couple things on the air that makes things kind of uncomfortable to work with people.
Okay.
I said I was sorry.
Yeah.
But I feel like I usually hold the elevator for people. Virginia?
I think I do, but I don't notice. It could be me.
I can also see the Kevin Ralston. Oh, people are coming.
Yeah, totally me. Yeah.
He doesn't notice a lot of stuff.
No.
You could, but I could see you doing it and not really realizing you're doing it.
I have no idea. It's probably, if we had video of all the incidents, it's probably involving me every time. Because I'm in the elevator, I'm like on my phone, I have no idea what's going on, and somebody's probably like, look at Kevin in there. He's like, yeah. In fact, I probably usually, because I'm in a rush, I'm probably hitting the door, so they probably see me in there. Instead of holding, he's like, he just closed the door on me. I'm probably the exact opposite.
I was talking to the guy. I'm like, well, I never see you. He's like, yeah, we're kind of on different schedules because I always hear about you guys. I'm like, really?
Wow, I didn't know there's so much chatter about
there
us
is,
here.
and it's not about our show. It's about how we're acting in the building.
We have a nasty elevator reputation?
Apparently so.
Wow. I guess we got to change it.
Okay, so what is proper elevator etiquette? Because let's think about what it's like, the dynamic of getting into an elevator. A lot of times you're in there and, for me, I don't know how often I'm ever in that elevator when I'm not in some kind of rush, because it's my work elevator and I'm usually rushing in with thoughts of like, oh, I got to get all this done. Or when I'm leaving, I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to get out of here.
I'm exhausted.
Yes.
There was one time me and Virginia got into a fight and we accidentally both ended up at the lobby at the same time, and then we were forced to take the elevator together, and it was so awful. We didn't say anything to each other.
Are you supposed to say something? Okay, so we're on the 5th floor, and a lot of times when we leave, like the elevator will stop on maybe floor 4 or 3 and pick up people that are also going down to 1. When someone comes on the elevator, are you supposed to chat them up? Because I'm tired at that point, and I really don't.
Your Honor, that's why people think we are divas, because she don't want to talk to people. She's looking the other way, not holding the elevator for
It's tough.
them.
There's elevator's a weird dynamic, and there's a lot of things that go through your mind. So yesterday, I was taking the service elevator down to a hair club, had a little haircut appointment going on, and I'm going from the 5th floor down to the 2nd. Well, the elevator stops. I'm not paying attention. I'm into something else. I'm looking at my schedule to make sure that I'm on course for what I need to do in the day. I have other things going on. And the door opens, and I start to walk out. I'm at the 2nd floor, and I walk, and there's a girl that's standing right there walking. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And I look, I'm like, oh, this is not even my floor. And, it's a pretty girl, and here she is. She's standing in the elevator, and I'm in there. I'm like, okay, now this is already awkward. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going down one more or something like that.
I got to get my fake hair.
And it is the slowest elevator ever. I mean, it took 5 minutes to get from floor 3 to floor 2. I don't know why, but it was taking forever. And I'm like, I don't know what to say.
The service elevator literally goes half speed, the regular.
Oh, without a doubt. And I didn't want to come off like one creepy old guy's trying to hit on me. And then the other thought was like, well, I don't want to be the, oh, look, it's the KVJ diva that's not going to talk to anybody. So I'm really torn at this moment of what to say. I'm like, well.
I know what you mean. And then all of a sudden, you're like, so do you like cheese? Like, what are you talking about?
I was caught in between these two worlds, not knowing what to do. On one side, if I say nothing, it's like, okay, he's an unfriendly diva. And if I try talking to her, he's a creepy old guy that's hitting on me.
I don't know if you guys have ever had this, but we have had, been at odds with the building manager. I've been stuck in the elevator with the building man, and it's just you and him, and it's the longest 5 flights.
It's awful.
I know you've stopped. Yeah, you've been stuck in there too.
I have. And I was going to get on, and he was already on it, and I'm like,
I know. Because you don't want to be obvious going, oh, you're on the elevator, I'm staying off.
In hindsight, I should have just turned around and said, not today, devil. Not today. I'm taking the stairs.
She's the reason why everyone thinks we're divas.
Okay. So we blame all this on Virginia then?
Yes.
Okay. I always love the KVJ rumors going on in the building. Yeah, it's unethical. Can't justify it. But it's a little hack, Gives you an advantage in life. Yeah, and people take advantage of it. Reddit had a list of their unethical life hacks. Things that, yes, you probably shouldn't do, but boy, it gives you a nice little advantage. Somebody said you got to save business cards to people you don't like. You at a party and some guy's like, hey, would you like my business card? Take it and actually hold on to it. And if you ever hit a parked car, just write sorry on the back of it and leave it on the windshield.
Oh!
Wow, that's pretty good.
That is savage.
Dang, that's pretty good, man.
Somebody said my unethical life hack is if a relative keeps asking me about having kids, I tell them, yeah, the wife is pregnant. They're like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Congratulations. That's so cool. Then a few months later, I call them up and say, I'm sorry, she had a miscarriage. They become so uncomfortable, they never ask me the subject again.
Oh.
Wow. Lying about a baby death.
There's
heavy.
Unethical. Someone else said, whenever buying something online, try using the coupon code military. Many sites have a military discount and don't require any proof of military service. I have saved up to 30%.
Ugh.
Many times.
Stolen
using this.
valor.
Stolen valor online. Completely and totally unethical. You will have to deal with the karma, my friends.
There's one that happened in the show The Office. There's this character named Creed, and Jim and Pam are getting married. So all he has is he's got a wedding card, and he goes to the presents. He takes off the card that's on the wedding present, puts his wedding card on there, so they now think it's his present. And then I saw on Reddit people were actually doing that at weddings.
Oh my gosh,
They're
that is shady.
Taking off the card and put it on the new present.
Someone said, for my unethical life hack, you can actually get out of paying for some parking garages. Not all, but if you press the help button, some are unattended, and after about 20, 30 seconds, the arm will just lift and let you out.
Really?
Free parking. I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Very beneficial. I think the one I'd seen, does this actually work? Have you ever seen somebody put the Scotch tape on a dollar bill at a vending machine? They put the money in, it registers, it reads it, and then you pull it right back out. Does that actually work?
There are vending machine, soda machine hacks that do work. I know we've talked about it before. That one I'm not sure on, but I know the old place we had, the old station, there was a machine where you could totally get in there if you wanted to and get extra snacks. Mm-hmm. There was a way to rig it.
Okay. Yeah, that's all the little tricks that people use unethically to get a little bit of an advantage. Anything that you like to add, you can, 877-979-WRMF. I was reading this article yesterday. It was somebody in the health field, and they were talking about in the very near future, we are going to be moving to robot doctors. Now, right now, already, doctors are using computers and robotics to help them out in surgery because of just, it used to always be the thing with, surgeons. They would have to have that eye-hand coordination. They'd have to be calm. They would actually, I've even heard stories where, surgeons will play video games to work on their eye-hand coordination. Or they'll even play that game Operation No Lie.
Wow.
Just to get a steady hand. But if you've got a robot that's doing the work, you don't have to have that kind of steady hand.
If you had a chance, you have major surgery coming up. You got a robot who's great, and you have a human that's great. Who do you go with? I'm going with the human. I'm sorry, I don't care if the stats with the robot are amazing. I'm going with the human.
That was the question that we asked on the KVJ Show Facebook page last night, because that's what he's saying. He's saying that you would be wheeled into a room with no humans, and there'd be a body mapping scanning that would be done. The robot would be programmed with whatever, your issue is, or would be able to scan it itself. Say, for instance, you had a tumor. Then it would go in and it would surgically remove all of it by yourself. And then ding, you just put into a microwave and they would let you know you're done. Oh, I'm going to wheel them out.
I don't like it.
They can probably just put you on a gurney belt. They just wheel you. You just go right into a room.
Is it like robotic bedside manner? It's going to be okay, Jason.
I guess that's one of the things you forfeit. But if you're under, then you don't worry about the bedside manners there.
You only have a 40% chance of dying.
Yeah, exactly. No, I want a human. Even if the robot's better at surgery, I think I'm still going to take the human.
Well, can't the human, once he has you opened up and he's in there digging the tumor out, can't he be able to assess based on his experience and based on what he knows about tumors to be able to tell if there's bad stuff or good stuff or if it's spreading? I want a guy who's done it before and knows what he's doing to be able to bring his expertise and analysis into my tumor.
Can you have a collab effort going? You have the doctor with the brilliant mind and that knows the human condition, but you also have the robot that knows how to get the accuracy and all that. A little combo.
That's what I think is best. This is a tandem. And so, for the sake of this argument, like, okay, if you had one or the other, which would you take? And, when we asked last night on the KVJ Show Facebook page, number one answer by far was human. Top answer, people were like, give me the human. And I think for that reason, just right now where robotics are, being able to have that judgment call. People like that a lot more, and they would favor that because of being able to think in the moment, whereas a robot, kind of like me, you just keep going even if you sense danger. Lauren said, so I'm in medical sales, and my big trauma hospitals have a machine called the Da Vinci. It's guided robotic surgery that the surgeons help use to make smaller incisions. Medical breakthroughs are amazing. However, I would much rather have a human do surgery on me. And this is somebody who does medical sales.
They know.
Yes.
I mean, these robots, not only are they going to be saving you in the doctor's office, they're going to be relieving you, if you know what I mean. It's a big sex industry, these robots. I said that wrong. I said the whole thing.
What is the matter with you?
What's going on now?
What I'm saying is robots.
Kevin's trying to have an intelligent, educational conversation, and you got to make it about sex.
I'm just saying, sex robots they're a booming industry, and they're trending up. In fact, in other countries, it's a marital problem because dudes are going to these robot brothels, leaving it all in the sheets, and they come back home and they got nothing for their wife.
I just saw a stat today on that, going down Jbird's weird path here.
Once he turns the car on the road, you have to either go with him or jump out of a moving vehicle.
Still sort of on topic.
They were saying there's a 15% rise in male sex dolls, and they're actually being bought by straight men who want to see if maybe they like that path.
Wow. Interesting.
Interesting. Now I know what I'm getting you for Christmas, Bird.
I'm just saying, robots, they're on the rise for many reasons.
You're right. Alita said about the surgery, I had robotic surgery in December last year. The recovery time was much better than the regular surgery that I've had in the past, where it was a human doing it.
Interesting.
Because I don't think you can beat the type of incisions and the accuracy that a robot arm is going to do on you. It's an age-old thing. I mean, it goes all the way back. There's this old legend of John Henry, his man versus machine. That was the first time we really had that kind of battle. What is better? And we're going to probably see this soon, where some company is going to put up a robotic doctor, unassisted, and who's your best? You got to get McSteamy up here.
The best of the best.
The best of the best, and there will be a competition to see what is better, to have a robot or to have a human.
Is the Surgeon General actually a surgeon? Because he sounds like he's the top guy.
He's a general.
Yeah, he is. He's in the military and he operates.
Okay, so put him up against this robot and see who does better.
And not to keep it weird, all I'm saying is this. Some of these robots are starting to look real human-like, and it's only be a matter of time.
Are you bringing it back to sex robot?
I think he's trying to break it to us, so when Christmas he winds up with a sex robot, he's like,
That's
I think he's trying to wear us down, so that he's trying to get our acceptance, because he's got his shopping list set up and it's
all
on
right.
cue.
We'll get you this male sex robot. How much is it?
It's finally. I'm getting the male one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm talking about I haven't seen the male ones. The female ones are looking very real.
Well, that's not fun for me. You're getting the dude.
Get them both. Just get them both.
Or get the one with extra fast hips.
I'll tell y'all making fun, but it's gonna be a regular thing. You go to the corner.
No,
it will be.
Do you still have to go to the corner to get them?
In 15 years, they're gonna be there'll be sex places for robots. I'm telling you.
I think I'd like to have mine delivered.
You'll get that too.
Okay.
I think I'd rather be with a person.
I think
I don't want to be with a robot.
I don't either.
Robot's weird.
Okay. All right. Well, you know who.
I don't want a sex robot. I know.
Come on.
Virginia's gonna make it. Okay, you're right.
For a guy who doesn't want a sex robot, you keep bringing the conversation back to sex robot.
I want a sex robot, and I totally want to sleep with my dog Chewy, Kev. That's what I'm into.
What if they made a sex robot dog?
You better stop it right now. Don't you disrespect my dog? Don't you sexualize my dog?
I knew she wouldn't be able to go a whole show without it. And here she is.
I'm sorry.
I just can't.
Look at you listening to the KVJ show on 97.9 WRMF. Lucky.
Yeah, people are pretty much saying what I kind of figured here when it comes to robot versus human in surgery. Best thing is human using the robot. And they call it, I think, Da Vinci. And somebody's saying, but it still depends upon the skill of the surgeon while you're doing that.
My girl
because
just
they're
texted me.
operating. It's like somebody playing a video game. You wouldn't want me playing Fortnite for you. You want my 11-year-old.
My friend just texted me and said that she just recently had the Da Vinci robot for surgery, but it was a doctor that was controlling the robotic arms.
Yeah.
She said once she was cut open, it was way worse than the doctor had expected. So the robot alone wouldn't have been able to do it, but when it's controlled by the doctor, it's better because it helps him be more accurate, but then he can really use his expertise to look in there and see, okay, this is worse than I thought.
So weird. Your friend texts you that. My friend says, I totally get down and dirty with a robot. We just got different friends, I guess.
Yeah. Totally would hit it, huh?
Yeah, I think it's one of my friends.
Someone wants to operate on us?
Did your friend say they would hit the robot dog too, or just the robot?
Oh, yeah, whatever. You like to try to have this affair between me and my dog. Nobody believes it.
Well, there's a new procedure they say that a lot of people are doing. Plastic surgeons are seeing a lot of women coming in to fix their resting bitch face.
Yes.
They say it's one of the biggest things that women are coming in to get now. And it is tough. I've heard it explained that, you're not a bitchy person. You just can't help it when you're not emotionally engaged with something, just chilling out. You look like you're angry and people are like, oh, stay away from her. And so you get a bad reputation of being a big old B, and you're not. You just have resting bitch face.
Sometimes people's face, when they're relaxed, all the muscles, and they're not trying to smile, your frown, your smile turns down because of the way that your skin just sits on your face.
So they're getting that fixed?
So they're actually getting it changed and altered so that when you have your resting face, it's not this big angry frown.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's anything major. They're just using injections of fillers into the face. Sometimes they use Botox. They say it takes about 10 to 20 minutes and it costs between $500 to $5,000, and it'll last up to 2 years when you get it done.
Depending on how bad yours is, it could be nothing to fix or it could be tricky to fix.
Yeah.
Love yourself. Save your money.
You could need a mini facelift.
By the way, guys have it too, where they're
resting D face.
They have jerk face. A guy walks in and you go, wow, I don't know why I want to punch him, but I do.
Yeah, well, that's it. And then it could be the nicest guy ever, but when they're not thinking about anything and they're not engaged emotionally, they look like they are not nice.
And there's also a type of dude that has angry face. Even though they may not be angry, they just look like they want to fight the world.
It is kind of weird. Yeah, you could look at somebody's face and just be like, are they cool or not cool? And it is weird. And that's how we are as humans. We look and we judge and going, there's so many people I'm like, that person's not cool. And honestly, I feel like a lot of times it's true.
A lot of times, every single guy on my HOA, all of them, resting D face.
Yeah.
All of them Ds.
Well, I do believe, too, there is something to it. You might say, oh, I'm the nicest person, but I got resting B face. But if you're a sourpuss, and I think a lot of times, and especially after time, your inside starts to wear on your outside. And if you're a miserable person on the inside, it starts to affect how you look. And I think that at some point there is an age where it matches up. And so sometimes it is warranted. Where if you got resting B face, it's because you are a B. Well, I think this is probably a good move that Instagram and Facebook are both doing. They are now censoring posts that glorify cosmetic surgery and promote, quote, miraculous fat-burning products. These are things that are targeted at teens and younger, more impressionable people. They're trying to remove that content that fuels the body image worries, especially amongst kids. Both social platforms now are going to enforce age restrictions on that kind of content. And now, for instance, under Instagram's new rules, which I know the ladies of my family are very much into Instagram, the rules are that the posts that advertise the sale of weight loss products or cosmetic procedures are going to be hidden from users under the age of 18.
Okay.
So you hopefully don't start having those body dysmorphia issues when you're 16 and like, what happened? Instagram did it to me. So I think
I like that. I think that's smart.
Yeah. That was a good thing. Coming up here in just a couple minutes, a kid in college who wants beer has turned into our hashtag Be Cool Hero of the Week. I'll let you know exactly what he did coming up next here on the KVJ Show. This dude's my hero of the week. This is just brilliant. He's a college kid who wants beer, and what college kid doesn't want beer? They do this thing, College Game Day. It's on ESPN every single Saturday morning. I always watch it 9 a.m. until noon, and they go to a different college campus every week that's got a big football game that's going on, and there are thousands of people that show up, Virginia. It's a madhouse.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's a big to-do, and it's, I think, one of the biggest, if not the biggest program ESPN has. And so they'll make signs that they hold up because the cameras will sweep over the crowd. And it's a lot of funny little jokes and ripping on the other team and whatnot. Well, they were at the Iowa State game on Saturday. And there was a kid there that held up a sign asking for beer and then put like his Venmo number on there. And now he's raised more than $34,000 for beer.
Are you kidding me?
Not kidding you. And I believe he's an Iowa State student. This was in Ames, Iowa. But they have a really cool thing at the University of Iowa in Iowa City. There is a children's hospital that overlooks the stadium, and it's like going in between the third and fourth quarter. All the players and the fans turn around and they wave to the kids up that are in the hospital. Aww. And they bring them to the window.
That's cool.
It's a really cool thing they do. It's one of the best traditions now in football.
I love that.
This college student who got $34,000 in his Venmo account for beer is a lot smarter than all of us because he made a great gesture. He kept enough money for a case of Natty Light, which is, I don't know, $4. And he has donated the rest to this children's hospital.
Wow.
For the opposing team. And now people are like, oh, what a great kid.
Oh, my gosh.
And now people are donating more and more money. And he says, I'll keep giving more and more money. And so he's a hero amongst everyone. And I'm sure he's probably for the rest of the year not going to have to buy another. You're the guy who needs a beer, man. Here, I'll give you a beer.
Oh, that guy's a legend.
He's going to be a walking legend.
And then he drinks too much, turns into a raging alcoholic. No, I'm just kidding.
He'll wind up in the news again. Remember that kid that was so good that donated?
He's whacked out news.
Yeah. He just did something terrible. All right. Well, Jbird, if you can, dial us up a thought to take us to the After the Show podcast. I'm going to make us think.
One moment can change a day, Virginia. One day can change a life. And one life can change the world.
Yes, it can. Oh, yeah. Get that guitar going, baby. After the Show podcast coming up live on YouTube. You watch it just about 15 minutes. Go there and we'll see you there.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.